Hello and welcome to this video wherein we travel from Harlem to Kensico Dam via the Bronx River Parkway and Greenway on Sunday, June 26th, 2016 with two other excellent riders. One coming from Brooklyn and one coming from the Bronx. I'm coming from Harlem, so this is where I begin, going down 125th Street. Ultimately, we're going to rally at the Randall's Island Connector on the Bronx side. But first, have to traverse 125th to reach the Willis Avenue Bridge, which we do so right here. Willis Avenue Bridge is, I highly rate it. Very useful, very wide, pretty fast. Good connection from East Harlem to Mott Haven, and I love it. So now we're in the South Bronx and negotiating everything there. Again, it's Sunday morning, not much traffic yet anywhere in the city. I mean, it's the city, so there's always traffic, but it's not too bad. The Ivy takes over it's the Bruckner up there. And you can see the Triborough, which you no longer have to use to get from the South Bronx to Randall's Island, because here, just past the Amtrak lines, is the Randall's Island Connector at 132nd Street, East 132nd Street. So, very, very fresh, very useful still. And here, the two fellow riders come into view. Excellent, strong riders who take it serious, but also don't take themselves too seriously. And we're rolling, we're spinning. Good high cadence right there. The fitness is good. Unfortunately, one had a flat, but with teamwork, took care of it. Easy, no problems. Continuing in, that flat happened in Yonkers. Continuing up through Westchester County. Easy suburban streets. Taking the lane, taking the road, being confident. And hopping this curb as we're approaching the actual Bronx River Greenway. Which is one of the points of this whole journey. Here is the start of it at this point. I think still in Yonkers, Tuckahoe area. A lot of very scenic views, crossing the river itself, the Bronx River. Old wooden bridges. Very nice facilities. Crowded. Understandably so, given how nice it is. You gotta watch out for folks. You still gotta cross some streets as you navigate it, going north. And then this is one of the big highlights. The Bicycle Sundays, where they closed the actual Bronx River Parkway itself to all but non-motorized traffic for 4 little hours. But you can still take advantage of it for 4 Sundays in June, 4 Sundays in May, and 3 Sundays in September in the middle of Westchester County, from White Plains to Yonkers. So this is it. Take this a good length of the way, where you can pick up speed. You can drop folks. You can go drop the gas and just go. The whole road is ours at this point. At least for the few miles that it's open, or rather it's closed to automobiles. These guys are dropping us right here, moving, spinning. But it's good. This is what I like. Like to see bikes. Bikes are one of the best inventions. It's good to see people using them. It's good to hear people panting, see people sweating, hear gears grinding, You know what I mean? Hear the freewheel clicking. Those are the sounds and sights and special effects that make life excellent on a bike. That's what it's about. So here we've basically reached the dam. We're about to climb the little ramp that takes you up into it. It's kind of a old cobbled little driveway right there. Not too bad a gradient. You just kind of spin up there and you're there. It's not too serious, but it's nice. Any climb is a good workout. It's always good to climb up, do some work. And now we're at the top of this dam, built in the 1910s, I believe, 1915. An early project to get fresh water to the city and throughout Westchester County. And gotta love that infrastructure. They say New York City has the champagne of tap water in terms of major cities. And we owe that to a lot of great engineering from the centuries at this point. It's the old city. And so we were taking pictures, looking at how green it is, just, in the early summer. Looking down, looking north, Kensico Reservoir, and looking at the stoneworks down that create the old dam. And you see the results, human ingenuity. And now we're about to go back down, see what's going on, see what kind of festivities are going on at the base of the Kensico Dam. Just coasting down, let gravity deal with it as we enter this parking lot right here, the Plaza, the Kensico Dam Plaza, and see what's going on. We happen to happen across African American Heritage Celebration, so that was a cool coincidence. We're not mad at that. And stop for a little rest break, and then continue on. We're drafting the kiddos. They're dropping us, but then we continue back down south, back towards the city. On the other side of the journey now, we encountered this interesting roadwork. This rubber Con Edison mats or whatever it was that took care of the terrain. And then back on the soon to close Bicycle Sundays route on the Bronx River Parkway. It's like 1:45. The thing closes at 2, so we got to spin down there just to make sure we don't get kicked off. And back down the Greenway itself along the Bronx River. And here we're about to lose a brother. And he's gone back to the Bronx. Then me and the sister go back towards Manhattan, ultimately over the High Bridge, although you won't see that. But it's interesting how we go. There's a path. This is an interesting scene. Like, I call it the Electrical Valley that we stopped to take a picture of. But right here, look at this guy.
Right here, these mushrooms, we call them mushrooms. These mushrooms, if you ride out here and you look across the field, right here will be on a direct angle like this. You'll see another set of mushrooms. And right in the back of that is the trail.
Okay. Thank you.
Look,
You're like,
yeah, a lot of bikers go up that way. So you'll go all the way around, and as you're coming into the parking area, you'll see the mushrooms. Head towards the mushrooms, and then you'll see a little cutoff to the left. Up there is the trail. Yeah, I don't know what they call it though.
Okay.
Because we ride on the other trail, the other park, and then we ride all the way up and then south into Van Hall.
Okay.
I don't look like I ride.
I believe you. I believe you. It's on the land.
This was a cool dude. We got kind of lost. We were looking for a particular pathway that leads. It's like a greenway that leads into Cortlandt Park, and you gotta go on these twisted routes. There's like an incline right here to get into this little path back there. It was very, very quiet, very shaded. It goes a long way. It goes all the way from, I guess, somewhere in Yonkers to into Van Cortlandt. Here it's paved, and it's easy to do. Very flat for the most part. And I like places like this to see graffiti. And places like this, sometimes they could get really great artworks. But here, it's gravel, and we don't necessarily have the correct bikes for that. But we manage, because we're soldiers. Just manage it, just go. These people are painting over the graffiti, so I was kind of like bummed about that, because I like when people can do good graffiti. Why paint it over? This is not a some fancy place. It's just under the bridge. That's where you're supposed to see graffiti. You crazy? So we reached the Van Cortlandt Lake, covered in algae, and I see the geese or the ducks over there. Here we're in Van Cortlandt Park, the heart of it. Getting a little bit lost for a second as we're trying to figure out how best to reach Van Island Connector. Although we ultimately went to the High Bridge. And here we're back in civilization, or back in the city, under the Bronx, on Broadway, under the 1 train. The Broadway IRT elevated for a little bit. Very, very, very different vibe from the flavor of the whole rest of the trip, but it is what it is. If you live in the big city, you gotta get out of the city sometimes. See what the rest of the world is like. Slow down for a second, get some fresh air, and climbing some hills in the Bronx, and pretty much that's it. Go back to the city in Brooklyn, and see ya. That's it. That's what you can do. Stay healthy and use your city. Peace.